Back at you with another video here for the NBA main slate here on Saturday. We got a decent slate on tap. Real quick, let's see what we did last night. So, man, it was frustrating. Missed the cash line by like 1 to 2 points and everything. Just needed like another 3 from Kuzma, and I cashed basically everything. But that's DFS for you. So this is my final lineup with Satoransky, Beal, Jeff Green, Jeremy Grant, Plumlee, Westbrook, Kuzma, and Lonzo. So after I made the video, the whole John Wall news dropped. So obviously you had to pivot to get a couple of these Wizards in your lineup, and then Paul George got rolled out. So I pivoted to Westbrook and Jeremy Grant. Mason Plumlee, I really wanted Dedmon, but I couldn't fit him, so I settled on Plumlee, who was okay. And then I wanted to still get a couple Lakers in there, so Kuzma and Lonzo. Again, I needed like 1 to 2 more from Kuzma to cash, but that's DFS for you. So, all right, let's look into the slate for tonight. Again, we got a pretty decent slate for Saturday, so let's get right into it. If this will load, come on, there we go. All right, yeah, so 8 games, and all right, so let's start at the top here with Harden. This guy's just been playing unbelievable basketball here the last couple of weeks. No Chris Paul, obviously, again, so Harden in a game where, I mean, this guy's going to shoot the ball, 25 to 35 times against the Pelicans, who don't play a whole lot of defense. Yeah, Drew Holiday's pretty decent defender, but this is James Harden. Up-tempo game. Man, it's going to be hard to fade James Harden. So, at 11.4K, seems still too cheap. And then these Golden State guys, this is the exact same matchup against Portland. They all, again, seem too underpriced. I know the game went into overtime, but Steph Curry still 9K, 9.3K seems a little underpriced here. And then Kemba, sure, he definitely shows upside. It's just 9K for Kemba. Like, I would much rather pay the extra 300 for Steph Curry than Kemba. But you can play the ownership aspect and get Kemba pretty low owned. And you got Drew here, 8.7K. Again, these Pelicans, Drew, Randall, Anthony Davis, they're going to play all the minutes they can handle. So Drew Holiday, definitely viable here at 8.7K. Kyrie against Memphis, I'll pass. An 8-game slate. I just respect the defense of Memphis. Sure, one of these Boston guys definitely could have a good game, but there's better options today, in my opinion. John Wall, we still don't know if he's going to play yet. It said he's out, but he saw a specialist, so I assume he's going to be out again. So that means we can go right back to the well Satoransky, who actually went down in price. And we could definitely look at Beal again, but we'll have to wait for final confirmation right now with John Wall. And Booker, 8.4K, seems a little underpriced. I know Denver, pretty good team defensively, but Jamal Murray or Juancho Hernangón, whoever they put on Devin Booker, I'm not really too worried. So I think Devin Booker's still pretty good. And then you got Lillard here, who this just seems way underpriced. I know he's had a couple off games here at 8.3K, but man, Lillard at home against Golden State, 8.3K. That's awfully enticing. Donovan Mitchell, if Rubio's out, Rubio's questionable right now, so if Rubio's out, you could definitely consider Mitchell here. He is priced up though to 7.5K, but he probably would take over a lot of the more point guard duties if Rubio's out of there. So that would make Donovan Mitchell more enticing. Then you got Jamal Murray, who, DFS sometimes can be frustrating to no end, guys, because I played Jamal Murray and Jokic at San Antonio, and they both did nothing. And then I faded them last night, and Jamal Murray went off. Jokic had a good game. I mean, that's DFS for you. I knew they're underpriced, but it was just some of the cheaper guys, like the Washington guys, and then the Lakers guys I preferred more, but man, just super frustrating when I knew just don't want to talk about it. But Jamal Murray here, 6.9K against Phoenix, should play all the minutes he can handle, so that looks awfully enticing for Jamal Murray. And then you got Lou Williams, who out of nowhere plays 31 minutes. So if I would have known Lou was going to play 31 minutes, I would have been all over him in this matchup. But this guy just continues to produce. 6.6K seems too cheap, but the minutes just seems kind of fluky. If I know he's going to play 31 minutes, then yes, I'd be all over Lou Williams. But even in like limited time, this guy just continues to produce. So I don't know. I don't know what to say about Lou Williams. I'm kind of like, it's just the minute situation is fluky with him. And CJ 6.3K. This is awfully enticing, but again, for me personally, I'd probably just rather pay the extra 2,000 for Dame Lillard. And then Trae Young in a favorable matchup here against Cleveland. Minutes seem pretty secure. He's probably going to play 28 to 30 minutes. And yeah, I think it seems a little underpriced for Trae Young. So I definitely think he's doable. Clarkson, again, he's probably going to play 30 to 33 minutes. The Hawks don't play a whole lot of defense, so Clarkson. I think this Cleveland-Atlanta game, definitely stackable. A lot of cheap prices. I like playing two bad teams against each other that don't play a whole lot of defense. So the Cleveland-Atlanta game, I think, is a game where you can get a lot of these cheap pieces that do have a lot of upside. Rubio, again, if he's out, I think Donovan Mitchell looks a lot more enticing, and then probably I would guess Dante Exum would pick up a start, so Exum would probably be a decent value play. All right, Sexton, I would probably rather just prefer playing Jordan Clarkson off the bench there. Monte Morris, so let me go to Denver really quick. Beasley is listed as questionable. So was there one other guy besides obviously these main three? Okay, it's just Beasley. So Beasley ends up missing. That could open up some more minutes for Monte Morris, who, priced at 4.6K. If he gets a minutes boost against Phoenix, make him look pretty enticing here. So I'll kind of have to wait and see for news with Malik Beasley. Let's see. Alec Burks at 4.5K. Yeah, probably going to play right around 30 minutes in a game where, again, you can get a lot of these cheap pieces for Cleveland Atlanta. So a lot of these guys I really don't mind at all for salary relief here. Jeremy Lin even looks like he's going to play around 20 minutes. So I think you could definitely do Jeremy Lin at 3.8K. Let's see. Exum again. So if Rubio's out, I think Exum would probably pick up a start and make him a pretty good value play. So we're going to have to kind of wait for news with Rubio there. And then lastly, we got Satoransky here. For some reason the price went down. If John Wall's out again, which I kind of assume he's going to be, Satoransky is just a lock and load play here at 3.3K. He should just play most of the game. So that's kind of my thoughts on that. All right, DeRozan. Yeah, he definitely has upside here, but the Spurs, it's always hard playing Spurs for me. And you got Beal, who, if John Wall is out again, which I kind of assume he's going to be, Brad Beal under 8K, it's just too cheap. So I'd really like Beal and Satoransky again if John Wall is out of there. Let's see, who have we not talked about here? Bazemore, 6.5K. Definitely has upside, and again, you can get a lot of these cheap pieces. This is definitely a stackable game, so definitely think Bazemore is viable. He is a little priced up at 6.5K, but he has been producing here, so I think Bazemore definitely doable. Let's see, Klay Thompson, I would just rather prefer the other three Golden State guys like Steph, Durant, and Draymond seem a little under. Klay at 6K is a little cheap, but I think there's better options. And you got Eric Gordon at 5.8K in a revenge game. Should play all the minutes he can handle. The thing I don't like about him, again, he's a little scoring dependent, but the price seems a little underpriced for him. So I think Eric Gordon definitely doable. Let's see. Kevin Huerter, again, another cheap piece you could get in this game. I think he's okay. See, Austin Rivers seems to be, again, locked in like 30 plus minutes off the bench here. So I think he's a pretty decent value play at 3.8K. All right, let's move on to small forward. And again, these Golden State guys like Durant, I know it went to overtime, but Durant under 10K against Portland seems like a pretty good buy. So definitely can consider Durant. The problem is there's a lot of good studs today and great matchups. Like you got Harden. You got, Anthony Davis, who just had a huge game, and you got Durant. So there is a lot of good star power today. The Spurs-Clippers game is just kind of unappealing to me. Tobias Gallinari took a backseat to Lou Williams, who just went off last game. I know these guys are probably going to be really low owned. I mean, Tobias at 7.4K is okay, but I don't know. He just seems more of a cash game play. Doesn't seem like he has a whole lot of upside right now. Let's see. TJ Warren, I guess. Nah. I'll probably look elsewhere. So you have Jeremy Lamb. Okay, he continues to play most of the game here. So, they seem to want to give this guy all the minutes he can handle. So I think Jeremy Lamb's pretty decent play. Kevin Knox, he should play most of the game, but I don't really want to play any guys on the road against Utah. It's the same thing with Memphis here. There's better options today, in my opinion. Ariza had a little off game. Did play 40 minutes, only got 20 fantasy points. But if Markieff Morris is out of there, you can definitely go right back to the wall with Ariza. Let's see. Aminu just seems too underpriced here at 4.6K. Should play 35 minutes or so in an up-tempo game against Golden State, so I think Aminu definitely doable. CD, again, you can get a lot of these cheap pieces. Should play around 30 minutes. Atlanta doesn't play a whole lot of defense. It hasn't really flashed the upside, but I think he's okay. Let's see. Then Jeff Green, again, if Markieff Morris is out, you can definitely go right back to the wall with Jeff Green. 3.9K, that's way too cheap for him. And then Bembry, kind of out of nowhere, played 35 minutes here against Minnesota. I know it did go into overtime, but if he's going to play like 25 to 30 minutes, 3.6K, just seems a little underpriced for a Bembry. All right, let's move on to power forward. And we got Anthony Davis here, who just had that huge monster game against Dallas. 84 fantasy points. This guy's been playing unreal basketball. My concern is he just played 43 minutes, and it is a back-to-back. But this guy, again, he has all the upside in the world. So Anthony Davis, again, another great stud to pay up for. Then you got Randall, who I think is pretty decent play here. Again, 7.8, price under 8K. He's going to play all the minutes he can handle as well. So Randall, if you want the savings on Anthony Davis, I think it's a decent play. And then you got John Collins. Man, I really like this matchup for John Collins here against Cleveland. The Cavs just don't play a whole lot of defense. And John Collins should play 30 to 35 minutes. So I really like John Collins today at 7.7K. Then you got Nance, who I think will probably pick up the start here. He did come off the bench. They started chanting. I don't get what Larry Drew's doing, starting chanting Fry and Jaren Blossom game, but if Nance picks up the start, which I assume he will, I really do like him at 6.8K. He just guy that fills up the stat sheet. So Larry Nance, if he picks up the start against the Hawks, I would really like. And then Draymond, same thing. I know he got priced up a little bit, but still under 7K for Draymond in an up-tempo game. I do really like Draymond. I love that he fills up the stat sheet, so still underpriced here at 6.7K. Von put back-to-back huge games against the Bucks. Now he's got a match with Utah on the road, priced up. I'll probably fade. I still think he probably gets you there, but I'm going to look elsewhere. Dedmon, he got in foul trouble. That was my concern, but still put up 40 fantasy points. Again, I wanted to get to him, but my concern was the foul trouble against Cat, but he still got you there. Now he's got a match with the Cavs. Definitely pretty enticing. So Dedmon, you could also do that. Let's see. Luke Cornett, so he had that huge game against the Bucks. They said he's going to pick up the start again. 4.2K for a starting center. Should play, 25 to 30 minutes. I wouldn't expect this 40 fantasy point game. He did shoot pretty well, but if he's going to play those type of minutes, starting center, I think you definitely could go back to Luke Cornett. And then Thomas Bryant just seems too underpriced here. If Markieff's going to miss again, he should play, 25 or so minutes. So I think Thomas Bryant, you could definitely go back to the wall there. All right, let's move on. Holmes, again, I always like playing this guy off the bench. Did only play 16 minutes. Ayton, they're starting to give him, more minutes. So maybe look elsewhere than Holmes today. Let's move on to center position. Jokic, again, him and Jamal Murray. I played him at the Spurs. They did nothing, and then the same exact matchup, he went off. Now he's got a matchup with Ayton, who one of the worst defenders in the league. So Jokic, 9.5K. I know he's priced up a bit, but this guy has huge upside here. Gobert against the Knicks. Definitely doable, but again, I think I'd probably just rather pay up for Jokic. Capella against the Pelicans. If he can stay out of foul trouble, I think Capella could have a huge game here. So I do like him at 8K. Let's see. Marc Gasol. Do you ever really feel great about Gasol? He should play right around 35 minutes. I guess it is doable. Like, the way to beat Boston is the front court. So I think Gasol could go underowned. Now that I think about it, I think he is actually a pretty decent player at 7.6. Okay, then Nurkic. I talked him up against Golden State. My concern was they would limit him because Golden State likes playing small ball, but he went out there and played 35 minutes overtime, so would have played 30 minutes. So price up to 7.2K. I still think he can get you there. So I think he's okay. Montrez, priced up to 6.7K now. He did get in some foul trouble. I'll pass on Montrez. Let's see. Cantor, just not playing enough minutes off the bench. Only played 14 minutes. Luke Cornett. They seem to want to give this guy some decent minutes. So Cody Zeller. He had a huge game against Brooklyn. My concern was, I would have liked him if he was playing, 30 or so minutes, but they seem to want to give Hernan Gomez minutes. I wouldn't chase his game from Cody Zeller. I know Washington is one of the worst rebound teams in the league, but Cody Zeller is just not seeing enough minutes right now. So I probably will pass on Cody Zeller. Boban, if he picks up a start again, I definitely could give him a look. So we're going to have to kind of wait for news there. Did only play 13 minutes, so there's a possibility to limit him to 15 minutes or so. But Boban, whenever he gets minutes, he does have upside, so I think he's definitely doable. And yeah, I think that's it. So I think that's going to do it for today's video, guys. So yeah, I think if John Wall's out again, which I assume he will be, we can go right back to Wall with a lot of these Wizards guys. And then you got the marquee matchup here with Houston and the Pelicans. So let's look at the over-unders. So Houston and New Orleans is 229. Charlotte and Washington 226. So definitely those two. And as well as Golden State and Portland seems pretty enticing. The Spurs Clippers I think will go kind of under-owned here, but still a pretty high over-under there. And then Cleveland and Atlanta, two bad teams going against each other. I do like that game as well. So I think those would be the kind of the games I would target. And then a couple of, Jamal Murray, Jokic look pretty enticing here against Phoenix. So there's a lot of different ways you can go on the slate. So, it's a pretty interesting slate. I do like it a lot. So yeah, I'm not going to really give my core plays because I'm a little undecided on what I want to do right now. But again, those would be the kind of the games that I would target. So yeah, that's going to do it for today's video, guys. I hope you have been enjoying the content. If you have, please like this video, subscribe. It really helps me out, guys. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section down below. It's also important to follow me on Twitter. It will be in the description below. I'll give my thoughts as more news comes out. And I'll be back for another slate on Sunday. So I will see you guys then.